obviously, night was the night. You all went through a lot of known things and all that everybody had to go through. Just talk about this team making the transition and all that.
Yeah, it's a difficult situation when you're playing in a monsoon rain. We actually didn't make the adjustments needed to stay in the game, and unfortunately for us, Baylor did a very good job of that, and they capitalized on the mistakes. I would love to say that we came out and played our game, but we like to get the ball on the ground and pass it, and unfortunately when it's puddles everywhere, you can't do that. So adjusting to that needed to be a bit quicker, needed to be a bit better. And going forward, hopefully it's a learning curve of, hey, the conditions in our conference tournament might be snuff. It might be that the grass is a lot thicker than we're used to because it's up north. We've got to do a good job now of understanding that the conditions of the field play a big role in the game. And I think going forward they will take a lot away from this game and what it meant to play against a good opponent in Baylor and not do what it needed to be done.
One of those things that you talk about going forward is when you play teams like that, it sets you up for a different style that you probably won't see in conference play. And that's where you're hoping that they'll get a learning experience from.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Baylor is a team that is coming off of one of its best years ever. I mean, they went to the NCAA tournament. They won their first game, I believe, last year. And, so far this year, I think the stat before this game was they'd scored something like 25 goals and given up only 4. So we knew they were going to be big, strong, athletic. We knew they weren't going to get the ball on the ground a ton and move it around. They were going to look to play in behind early. And unfortunately, we didn't come out with the right intensity to start the game, and we gave one up early. And then when you have to chase a good opponent, it makes it very hard. And then when the style of play has to change due to weather conditions, it makes it even more difficult. So, the one that kind of bugs us the most is, we turn around and try to play a ball back to our keeper. Normally, an easy ball back, an easy clearance, and we put it in a puddle. They run by us and put it in the back of the net. But that's the difference sometimes between playing teams that you haven't, that's a Big 12 opponent versus, an opponent in another conference is, those kids are obviously recruited and they've done a good job of understanding the game and really punishing teams that give them the opportunity.
Your next opponent, talk about your next opponent.
Yeah, we play 2 teams in Louisiana. We'll go to Southeastern Louisiana first, and then we'll play McNeese. It's a good chance for us to really get to see them again. They'll be in the same conference as us as we switch next year, and we'd really like to put our mark in. I think it'll be a great opportunity for us to go back to the style that we play. Get the ball on the ground, get it moving, get the tempo high, and go back to scoring goals. This was only the 3rd game this year we haven't scored in, so it'll be nice to get a goal back under the belt and get back on the right track.
One last question. Talk about the transition moving over from Great West to Southland.
Sure. For us, it's a great opportunity. There'll be 12 conference games next year, as opposed to 5 this year. There'll be a chance for us to win the conference tournament and go to the NCAA tournament, which is obviously the ultimate goal for every team. And it keeps us a bit more local. So we can now choose to spend our money travel-wise on taking kids. We have quite a few kids from California, so if we want to go out and play a California school, we can, because our budget isn't just strictly used for the conference games. So it'll be very nice in all of those regards, and the fact that we all know the coaching staffs of all these teams so well, it's always fun to kind of get to play against your friends.
Introduce yourself and we'll close out.
Sure. My name is Bonilla. I'm the women's assistant soccer coach for HBU.
This is Jerry Lee Woodley Jr. with a King Size View College Sports Report.